girl Za'Morian, and I'm back again with another video. And as you guys saw by the title, I'm going to be doing a freshman year recap video. So for those of you guys that do not know, I was a freshman in college. I just completed my first year of college. Super stoked about that. Pretty excited. It's kind of like a milestone that you pass in life, you know, things like that. But yeah, I feel like everyone goes through their struggles, whether it's their first year of high school, kind of trying to adapt to high school, their first year of middle school, having to adapt to like elementary to middle school, you know, and then it's the big one where it's having to adapt from basically high school and, you know, living with parents or like parents supporting you a lot to becoming an adult and going into college. So if you guys don't know, I go to a community college where I live. It's not a 4-year, but they do have dorms. So just to kind of start off in the beginning of the year, I thought that I was gonna be living in the dorms, but I was on the waiting list. So I was like number 40 something when the school year started. So I didn't end up getting the dorm until the spring, but I didn't want to just like, when they had called me for the dorm, like, hey, you know, we're giving you the opportunity, you have 3 days to make a decision, yada yada yada. I was like, okay, it's like 2 weeks before school starts. I need a bed, I need this and that, I need X, Y, and Z. So I was like, it's not that important right now. I'm gonna wait until the fall. Just so when the application comes out, I'm gonna be the first one to turn in, yada yada yada. I'll be ready for the next year. So I did not accept the dorm invitation for the spring of my freshman year. So my first year of college was very, very stressful. You know, my first semester, I did not have a vehicle, so I was kind of, you know, I drove my mom and my dad's car to school. Mondays and Wednesdays, I rode my mom at 4 o'clock in the morning. Yes, at 4 o'clock in the morning, because she had to be at work at 6, so I had to get up at 4, get ready, and we had to head out at 5:30, like 5:20ish. So that was Mondays and Wednesdays, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays, I remember I had to drop my dad off, drop my brother off, my other brother off at school, and then go to school at 11. I think it was 12 the first semester. So that was kind of hard too, because I would hate when I would like forget something in mom's car, and I'd be like, oh, it's in the car. Oh, it's not. I'm driving mom's car. Or, oh, it's in the car. Nope, I'm driving dad's car. So that was really, really hard. Transportation was horrible, especially like having to navigate like giving gas to my parents and things like that, because I don't know how much gas I'm using. Like, I may go to school, but then I may also stop by someone, you know, do something, go to the store, go to the mall, whatever. So keeping track of gas was super, super hard, and I was putting gas in 2 different cars. So transportation was like a struggle the first semester. Also, just having to adapt to the whole college life was really, really hard too, because for me personally, I'm not very open on my channel, but in today's video, I'm gonna get a little open with y'all, let you know a little about me. But in high school, I did not have a job at all. I always wanted a job, but I personally felt like I can't juggle a job and school. And I know that that day is going to come once I start college, so I'm gonna try to avoid it in high school as much as I can. Now, I did have little hustles. I collected cans, I did chores around the house, and I also did my grandmother's hair and my brother's hair. My mom would give me like $10, you know, $5 here and there to do my younger brother's hairs. So I did have like little hustles, you know, to kind of keep money in my pocket, just so I could look good in high school. But as far as having like a full-time job, or not full-time job, but having a job at all, I did not have one in high school. So I remember it was really, really hard having to adapt to working, and since it was my first job, I didn't really know how to stand up for myself as far as like telling my job, hey, you know, I can't work 30 hours a week. I'm a full-time student. I'm taking 15 units right now. Like, I can't work 30 hours. It's not working out. So just having to adapt to that, it was really hard. I worked 30 hours a week and I took 15 units. So that was a struggle. So yeah, so that was like a really, really big struggle for me. You know, just having to like balance the two was hard. Adapting to the whole college life and everything was also really hard. Just having to balance them both, because I was doing 15 units and that was a lot. Like 18 is the max and I was doing 15. So I had 4 classes, I think, And just, I was like, my first semester of college, I was always stressed out. Like 24/7, I'm stressed out. I'm stressed out about work because I'm a cashier, so that's, you know, already hard itself. I'm stressed out about school. I'm stressed out to try to find people to like study with, because you're in a new space, you're in a new environment. You don't really know anybody. Not a lot of kids that I went to high school with go to the community college that I go to where I live. So it's not like I can link up with, oh, hey, so-and-so from high school, you want to, you know, link up and study? No, it was not like that. I probably saw like 5 kids I knew, and then by the time it was second semester, a couple of them don't go there anymore, you know? So it was hard trying to find like those, because I remember, kind of rewind back, but I remember when I was, it was summer before going into college. I was watching so many get ready for college videos, tips for college videos, and the main one was to find cliques in every class. So I remember going into my first semester of college, I was like, oh my god, I need to have a friend in every class. So I'm like trying to mingle. I'm very outgoing, so I'm trying to like mingle with everybody, and I'm like, okay, well, she has to go to class afterwards, can't link up with her for the test, so I'm like going crazy trying to find friends in not friends, but like associates in every class. So I'm like, you know, dang. So just like having to like trying to find study buddies was very, very hard for me. And having to adapt to the whole like, you need to really like study for these tests, trying to find new study habits, because the tests are harder, school is harder, college is harder than high school, duh. So just that. Another thing was parking. Now listen, I did not have my own vehicle. So I had to buy, because I already got 1 free parking pass from this program that I'm part of, but I had 2 different cars, and you have to have 1 parking pass for 2 cars. So I got 1 free for my mom's car, and then I had to buy 1 for my dad's car, and it was super hard, because I remember just trying to find parking was hard. And then like I remember the first 3 weeks of school, I would take the sticker, like the first sticker back and forth, and it would start to like tear up, so I would have to, so then I thought, okay, I need to buy another one. So just the whole parking sticker was hard, trying to find parking. I think I got my license March of my senior year, so I'm still kind of like a new driver, and I had to drive, my college is 30 minutes out from where I live, so having to drive all the way out there was stressful as heck, especially because I had to get ready like even earlier, because for high school, I lived like 10 minutes away from my high school, so I could literally get ready 15 minutes before the bell's about to ring and still make it, well, no, like 20 minutes before the bell's about to ring, you know, throw on clothes, purposely wash my face, head out the door, and still be on time for school. College was not like that. I didn't live on campus, so I would have to get ready super early and make sure I'm ready to go. And if I forgot something, oh, girl, I'm in trouble, because I live 30 minutes away. I can't go all the way back. Like, who has time for that? I don't. So yeah, transportation was hard, adapting to the whole college life was hard, trying to like find people to kind of link up with was hard, and also to kind of touch on that, trying to find people to link up with for study groups was very hard, because it's a lot of people's first year of college. So not everyone has that college mindset and who is serious about getting their work done, and who know and who understand how important and essential it is to have study groups and to have people to study with. So I would link up with like I remember I had to cut people off very early, because I would like meet, you know how black people have that thing where you see each other in a class and like, you know, okay, well, this is a kind of white school, so you're the only black girl, I'm the only black girl, we're the only one in the class, how will we link up? And then you're like, oh, okay, well, they don't have the same mindset, and they're not the kind of college student I aspire to be, or the road I'm trying to go in my personal college career. So then you gotta cut them off, you know? I ran into a couple people like that where we would connect on like a social level, but as far as like an academic goal level, we didn't link on that way. So I kind of want to distance myself from you. It's my first year of college. I want to make friends. I want to, you know, have a social life. But if your goals are not where my goals are at, I don't want to like connect with you. So I would kind of have to distance myself from people, you know. That was kind of like a struggle, but I'm trying to make sure I hit all my points that I wrote down here on my paper. So yeah, all those kind of things were kind of hard. To even get a little more personal, my first year of college, I'm trying to find myself. I'm trying to find out many things: who I am as a person, where do I want to go in life? I'm the type of person, I plan 5 years ahead. Like, I'm always planning ahead. I always have like, okay, this year I want to be like this. I want to look like this. I want to think like this. I want to be like this. So my freshman year of college, I'm literally like stressed the heck out constantly. I remember I would always make jokes that my hair is falling out all the time. And I'd be like, look, my hair's falling out, look. You know what I mean? Like, I was just so stressed out. So me personally, I'm stressed out just from school, and I'm stressed out because I'm trying to find who I am as a person, who I am as a college student, and just who I am as like a human, as a woman, as a black woman here in America at 19 years old, well, 18 at the time. Who am I? Where do I want to be? You know, so, and I would always like kind of beat myself up if I'm not doing things right, or if my grade isn't what I want it to be. I was very, very depressed my freshman year, especially the first semester. I was super just depressed. Like, I would even tell my mom, I'd be like, Mom, I feel like I'm going through depression. Like, I feel like this is what it is. Because like, I just didn't feel myself. I felt just very stressed out with work, with school, with all those kind of things. So I would pretty much say I was depressed my first semester of college. It was hard. It was a whole different ball game that I thought by watching all of these YouTube videos the summer before was gonna prep me, but no, it didn't, and I was stressed out. And now that it's over, I'm kind of like, it's okay. Like, that's how college is. You go through your ups and downs. Academically, my first semester, I did pretty good. I did hit the grade point where I wanted to be. Well, not where I wanted to be, but like, I did have pretty decent grades my first semester. Second semester, my grades weren't what I wanted them to be. I mean, I passed everything, and I got decent ones, but it's not where, like, I wanted to do better each semester. I got a 3.0 my first semester of college. At my second semester, I wanted to do better, but I didn't do better. I kind of just did the same, you know? But that was okay. These lights are very, like, I feel like I'm sweating. If I'm sweating, please excuse me, because it's really hot, and I have this towel. It's raggedy. That's why I grabbed it to use as my sweat rag. But I feel like I'm really sweating. And luckily I don't do makeup, because I'm telling you, my makeup will be dripping. You know, I feel like I did go through a very, very deep depression my freshman year of college. Yeah, you know, I feel like that's just how it is. I hope this video isn't all over the place. If it is, it's kind of like a rant and kind of like an overview of my freshman year. And if some of you guys can relate to some of the things that I'm saying, please, please, please feel free to comment down below and let me know. Like, let me know if you feel me on a lot of this stuff, because I know I'm not the only one that went through depression, or who had a very, very hard freshman year, or who really just was in that mode of, I'm trying to find myself, who I am as a woman, as a man, whatever, and like, where do I want to be, you know? So if you felt the same ways, I thought my strap was not showing. My strap lights out. So if you guys felt or went through the same things, please let me know in the comment section below, because I want to kind of relate and kind of get more closer to my subscribers. Okay? So those were kind of my struggles, and some of my successes was, for me personally, getting good grades. Passing all of my classes my first semester was a very, very like, you did it, girl, like, you good, you feel me? Like, that was a really, really good accomplishment I personally feel like I did for myself. Yeah, and then as far as my second semester, academically, like I previously said, I didn't do as good as I wanted to, but as far as figuring out, like, okay, like, this is my schedule. I know that I work better when I'm at school. I'm gonna stay at school and do my homework and then go home. I finally got my own car my second semester of college, so that was so much easier. I didn't have to cause on Mondays and Wednesdays, like I said, my first semester of college, I had to go. I rode with my mom to work, and then I had to go pick her up. So on certain days, I couldn't stay after class. So when I would have to meet up with people in my group for a certain class, I would have to tell them, okay, Mondays and Wednesdays I can't, because I have to do this, or da-da-da-da. And, you know, so that was pretty hard. But my second semester, I had my own vehicle, so I was able to stay at school longer. You know, as far as budget-wise, I learned to budget my money better, because I knew, okay, I have this much for gas, I need to put this much up. And yeah, so that's one good thing. Now, I will say one thing I kind of beat myself up about here and there is I still was a little depressed. I was probably depressed my entire freshman year because it was really hard. It was very, very hard for me. But I managed, I passed, and I went through it, and it's kind of like a milestone that I'm not tripping about no more, you know what I'm saying? But my second semester of freshman year, I was taking 18 units. Now, if you know how college credits work, 18 is like the max amount of units / hours that you can have. You can petition for 20, but it all just kind of depends on how your school works, if you have that opportunity, and if you academically qualify to have 20 credit hours, or credit or hours, whatever. So I had the max, which was 18, and it was one class that stressed me the heck out, because like it stressed me out so much basically because it was my American government political science class, and it was very stressful because he lectured the entire time. He was very, very opinionated in his class, and he was an older white guy, and he was just so fixed on like he would try to make it seem like he was very, very open, and he was kind of on both sides of like the political party, and he saw good things Obama did, even though he talked very, very negatively of Obama, but he would point out good things that Trump did and nothing negative. So even though he would say he's not a Republican and he doesn't pick sides, he was so like, he talked so great about Trump and how Trump did all these great things for African American people, and he would consistently do that because he knows how, I don't want to put my political views here on YouTube yet, but he knows that I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat or Republican, but he like I would often get into like little debates with him. He didn't mind because it was like, he wants people to show their opinion and talk, but he would always say certain things about Trump that would apply to African Americans, but he wouldn't, like, how do I put this? Like, for example, he mentioned, I hate how I'm going so deep into this class. So, okay, so often he would mention how basically the African American unemployment rate is at its lowest rate right now. And he would say that in class, like Trump said this, and he would say that, like he would say what Trump said in class to try to apply that to me, to try to get a reaction out of me. And it worked every time because he thought that he could just say those little slick things here and there and think I wasn't gonna say anything. I was the only black girl in the class, only black person in the class. So that class was just so much for me. Like, I liked it because I liked when I proved him wrong and things like that. But it's just like, but it's just like at the same time, it's kind of like, oh my God, like I have to go to combat every day, like. Like every day, but it was whatever. It was a cool class, but I did not complete it. It was, so in the beginning of the class, he mentioned how we had this 10-page essay to do. He gave us plenty of time. I was slacking off. I didn't take it seriously. I always do my essays late, and I always get an A or a B. I do very well on essays. I've never had a 10-page essay before though. So I personally thought I could wing it like I do my 5-6-page essays, and I did not start it. I didn't even pick a topic until like a week before it was due. I did not start it until 3 days before it was due. And 2 days before it was due, I only had like 1 page done. So I made the decision. I said, okay, the essay's due Wednesday. The last day to add and drop the class. No, I think the last day to drop the class was that Friday within the same week in April. So I remember it was Tuesday night. I said, okay. No, yeah, it was Tuesday night, essays due Wednesday, last day to drop the class is like, you get a W on your transcript, but it's not bad. It's kind of just like you withdraw from the class. So that was Friday. So I'm thinking Tuesday night, I'm sitting at my laptop in my room, and I'm like, okay, this essay is due in 2 days. You haven't started it. What are you gonna do? Cram it in now and tomorrow and do a crappy job? Or you're gonna drop the class. So I made the decision to just withdraw from the class. I did not know what my grade was, but I know that I bombed the first test and I got a C on the second test, so I kind of averaged it out to a D in my head. I did not want to turn in a crappy paper. I did not want him to see because I can write very good. I do very good essays. I did not want him to read my essay and think that I cannot write. So I withdrawed from the class, and that's that. Like, I didn't really care either. I was kind of like, whatever, I'm dropping out. I'm not gonna get, I'd rather withdraw than fail. So that's that with that class. So then that took me from 18 units to 15 units. And I was a little more, you know, like relaxed. Like I wasn't as stressed out as, sorry, my strap keeps coming out. The little straps that are in shirts like this. Anyways, yeah, so I wasn't as stressed out as I was in the beginning of the semester. Now my math class, I almost failed. Probably the most hardest math class I've ever taken in my life. It was very, very independent type of learning and group work and kind of just figuring out on your own. She didn't really do lessons very often, probably like 2 or 3 times a week. So that was kind of hard. And I was still very, very depressed and sad all the time. Like, even though I'll still laugh and be happy, but like when I'm by myself, I'd be like stressed the F out. Like, I'd be so stressed out and just so like consistently overwhelmed, and every day I'd feel like I'm in a rush, like a rush to get ready, a rush to go to school, a rush to do my homework, a rush to go to work, a rush to come home, a rush to do my homework, a rush to get rest. And I'm like, oh my god, is this what college life is like? And it wasn't until like the end of my second semester that I kind of figured out, okay, you have a planner for a reason, use it more. I use my planner, but not as much as I should be. So it was just like, oh my god, like it was just very, very overwhelming. But I am glad that I finished my first year of college. I passed all my classes. I got pretty good grades, so I'm satisfied. I don't beat myself up about the things that I didn't do as well, because I know that I still have 3 years of college left, and I know that I have so much time to mature, to get better, to be the best that I can be as a college student. So I don't really beat myself up too much about the things that I did and the decisions that I made. That's that. I would probably say my first year of college was, like, a word to kind of cap it all was stressed the F out. Like, that's just how I felt 90% of the time. Like, even when I'm out with people or out at family events or family dinners or events with my friends, I'd be thinking about school all the time. Like, literally school, homework, essay, math, 1 + 2, 1 + 2, like all the time. I'd be just so stressed the F out. So that's how I would label my freshman year of college, stressed the F out. If I were to write a book, it'd be called Stress the F Out, because I was stressed the F out the entire year. But it was a learning experience. I have to say it was a really, really good learning experience, and I'm glad I got to go through it. I do plan on, now to kind of end this video and kind of wrap it all up, I do want to start vlogging more in college, because I'm on the waiting list again for the dorm, but I do want to kind of vlog a little more and kind of like show you guys a little more into how I operate in college and just more college vlogs. So let me know down below if you guys would like to see those. And yeah, if you could relate to anything I said, feel free to comment down below and let me know your college stories or your high school stories or things like that. And yeah, I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I feel like I'm super sweaty right now because these lights are like making me sweat the F out. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!
Northern California. Hey, they better call a paramedic in the street. I got leverage in the street. I'm a California nigga and I'm heavy in the streets. 22 or 23, I'm heavy with the heat.